Pathway from Beginner to Advanced. Today we will try to dive in async await in JavaScript and how to use async and await in JavaScript. In the last tutorials we will discuss about the promises, but with then catch. Now we will discuss with async await. In the first example we have here three functions and four function now, because we have main here, and we call main function in final. For each function I put before it async. When I put async, the JavaScript will know that will return a promise, because it's asynchronous operation. And here I have await because JavaScript know that when see await, that should to await for this function to finish. Call second here, but doesn't wait, but await because I have await, and await again wait for the third function to finish. Even though I marked here with async the function, is not necessary because I don't have a real asynchronous operation inside my function. I have just I display something: first function, second function, third function. Is not an asynchronous operation. An asynchronous operation is, for example, when you fetching data from an API, or when you query a database, reading a file in Node.js, using set timeout, set interval, or you performing a large computation in the background. But here I have just a display. It's not necessary to put async and await. I can to delete because my code working like be synchronous. No, it's not necessary, but I create this example for show you, for learn you about this async and await. The code work well, but it's not necessary to put async and await because I don't have asynchronous inside. Here I have just asynchronous code. No, line by line will be executed, not problem, not waiting about other function. Let's execute. I have first function this, second function this, and third function this. Okay, let's pass now with another example, and we simulate an asynchronous operation. I have here an asynchronous operation inside this fetch data function. Do you see, when you want to create an async function, you put before function you put async. Inside, when you put async, await, you should to put await inside. Firstly, I display here start obtain the data, and after I will use await for awaiting the promise who will resolve. Inside this promise, because I create here a promise, await new promise, this is an object, a new object, new promise, and inside in callback I put a function resolve. Resolve is a parameter who show us that operation finish with success, and this resolve finish after 2 seconds. Await 2 seconds. Await 2 seconds for this function new promise. No, new promise create a promise who will finish after 2 seconds. After the promise will be finished, we continue the next line with this line. Here we call fetch data function, this function. Now we have asynchronous operation because inside we have a set timeout. No, set timeout is a asynchronous operation because my code will be paused on this line 2 seconds, and in this time the rest of code will be executed, but here I await 2 seconds. Okay, let's see what happens. Start obtain the data 1 2, the data was obtained. Again instant this will be executed, and just after 2 seconds this will be executed with await. Keep in your mind, retain, when you create an async await, you put async in the front of function, and after inside you put await. You see here I have just resolve and I don't have a reject inside of this function. Why? Because it's a simple action, set timeout, and I don't need to handle the error, because I assume that all work as expecting, and will not be an error. Okay, here I have just one single async await function with a asynchronous operation inside set timeout. Okay, now we have 3 function: first, second, third, and then main function where we call all these first, second, and third. Before we have just one function, but here we have 3 functions, but with the same logic. Initially will be executed this first function start, and after I create a promise who I assume that will not be error because I put just resolve. I didn't put catch here for catch error, or reject for catch some error. I assume that all will be okay. In the second also I create a new promise and await 3 seconds, and in the third I create again a new promise and await 5 seconds. Here I call all function, and here I call first main function. Let's see what happens. First function start, first function end, second function start, second function end, the third function start, third function end. Let's see. First function start, because instantly will be executed. After the await keyword, tell JavaScript to pause the execution of the async function. I have here await. No, he's on this line the code stopped not be executed, and await 1 second, and after 1 second will appear first function end. Let's see. Again, firstly instant this will be executed because is synchronized, synchronized, and after 1 second will be appear first function end because I have here a set timeout. First function function end, instant second function start, and after 3 seconds second function end. Okay, we will analyze what happens if pass 3 seconds and appear this second function end. 1 2 3. Okay, and after third function start instantly, and 5 seconds. One, two, three, 4, 5. Okay, again we have first function start instant. After 1 second I tell JavaScript to await 1 second, and after this appear this code, and in the same time also appears second function start. The execution of code reaching on this line and wait 3 seconds, and after this second function ends, but also will appear the third function start. Second function end and third function start will be in the same time. Let's see. Second function end and third function start. Second function end, third function start in the same time. Okay, let's do a little brief summary. In this example we set timeout. I don't strictly need the catch because use catch because there is no way for the promise to fail. Do you see here I have just resolve and I didn't put reject. All will be successfully and are no risk of failure. It's okay if I omit the reject, but usually it's okay to use try catch. We have here try catch. We have the same function, but for each time I use try catch block. Do you see, for each function I have a block try and the block catch. I use try with the same syntax for simulate 1 second delay. I use try again and catch for catch the error. Let's see what happens. Is the same like before, but I have try catch. In my opinion this is a good approach, is nice, is readable. I have here 3 functions now, 1 2 3. This function I will calling here, and I wait for all to finish, and I put in the try catch block. Okay, if you work with fetch or with database or with API, it's a good approach to use try catch. Here you have again a try catch, but we have a fetch here, a promise. We make I make a request to a API here. No, let's see what happens. Error fetching data, fail to fetch. Error fetching data, fail to fetch. It is the type of error. That means I don't have a good API. This is not a good API. Let me to put a good API in this fetch. Here is a good API and now should work. Yes, now work. I have here all data. Let's analyze this async await this promise. We have a function fetch data and a block try catch. Try will be executed when code work okay, well, and catch for catching the error. Here I check if response from server is okay, and here I have data from server transformed in an object with JSON method. No, JSON call transform my object of strings in object of data, good for manipulate, good for working with methods like specifically to array or object. Let's do a little summary here. I have async await, but it's not necessary to put async await because I don't have an asynchronous operation inside, just for see you how to put async and await. In the second, I have an example with fetch data with create a promise here, await new promise. Await is a keyword who tell the browser to await 2 seconds, and new promise is an object for creating a new promise. Parameter resolve because I assume that I don't have fail, because here, for example, if I want to put that for catch the error, should put again one parameter reject, and also to put reject inside the promise, but I let just resolve. Here 3 functions with 3 promise with await new promise. The good approach for each async function to create an try catch, try if all working well, and catch for catch the error, and in final you have a fetch for bring data from a API who are located on the server. That was all for today about promises. I hope you understand how to use promises and when should to use promises. You should to use promises just in case you have you make an operation that can fail. For example, you take from server something, query to database, or data from an API, or set timeout, set interval, or read something from a write or read something on in Node.js, or you working with big images, and there are possibility to fail. But if is not possibility to fail, it's not necessary to put try catch block. Okay, that was all for today. I hope you understand. Don't forget to practice in each day. If you practice in each day, and if you read theory and after you practice and apply what you learned, certainly you will become better. more you practice, more better you become. All the best. Have a nice day.